Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. Hello, everybody. It is Thursday morning, the 22nd, 23rd. What is today's date? The 23rd. 23rd of April. Wow, April's flying by. So I just wanted to go live here for a few minutes and talk about the trees that we planted on Earth Day that you helped us plant. We had a lot of donations yesterday. Jamie and I started the day off by donating for 50 trees we planted as our gift to Mother Nature. So just want to go on and look at my computer so I can go on and share this video in another place. So, and if you want, you can still help us. You can go to our website and donate for trees. As little as $1 plants another tree. So let me just go here and share this to a couple of groups. All right, excellent. So, Earth Day. Earth Day's 50th anniversary was yesterday, the 22nd of April. Earth Day started in 1970, started here in the U.S. and has spread globally. 190-something countries participate in Earth Day every year. Some really great things happen on Earth Day. I mentioned some things last night, like in 2011, Afghanistan planted 28 million trees or something, and in Panama, 2009, I think they planted 100 endangered trees, reforested, I think over 100 endangered trees. So things happen across the globe on Earth Day that we should be doing every day, by the way. This is why Jamie and I have this is why Jamie and I are green certified, because we know that restaurants, food production is the #1 culprit to the environment. So anything that we can do to minimize our impact on Mother Nature, the better off we all are. So that is why we are green certified. We care about the environment, we care about what we eat, and we care about what you eat. This is why we focus on local, sustainable, healthy, organic foods, ingredients, and all those same ingredients that we buy for our kitchen, that we personally eat, that you eat when you come here, are available in our storeroom here in our grocery store. So we have a full list of items, and I'm gonna read off everything that we have. First off, I want to report about Earth Day's trees. So Jamie and I yesterday morning planted 50 to kickstart this program. Yesterday morning, so 50 trees. Planted 50 trees yesterday morning, 50 trees, there we go. We planted, donating to get planted. And we put out a link out there for you to donate, our guests to donate, and to help us plant trees. So we were able to plant an additional yesterday, 202 trees yesterday. So 252 trees we planted yesterday for Earth Day. We donated and planted for Earth Day, and we really appreciate that. If you still want to donate, you can. It's as little as $1. You can go to our website, scroll down a little bit to the Earth Day banner that's there. Click that, it takes you to our webpage, another page, our shopping cart, and for as little as $1, you can plant one more tree. That's it, $1. There's also a $10 option there. If you want more than that, you can just put, if you wanted like 20 trees, you go into the $10 spot and you type in 20, and you're, or I'm sorry, 2, and you get 2 batches of 10. Which will get you 20 trees. So you can still do that. We will still take that. We're happy to take that. Mother Nature's happy to take that. So yes, so that was our update yesterday. As in general, we plant over 550 trees a year. Yesterday, just planting 250 alone is almost half of what we do. So next year's numbers, maybe we be hopefully well over 1,000 trees. We'll do more events like this. So we plant trees on a regular basis for every bottle of organic spirits that we buy. So anything that behind the bar here that is organic, any of those bottles that are organic, and our Well vodka's organic. We have a lot of really awesome organic brands back there. Every time we buy a bottle of organic booze, we plant a tree. Green Bar, which is where we got the idea from, Green Bar out of California, for every bottle they sell, their distillery, for every bottle they sell, they plant a tree, and that's how we got that idea. And we were planting trees for every bottle we bought from them, and then we said, let's just make it for every organic bottle. Green Bar is a certified organic distillery making amazing whiskeys and rum and vodka and tequila. They don't make the tequila there because they have to make it in Mexico. but they go down to Mexico and oversee the production of their tequila. They make a lot of cordials and liqueurs, amaros. They make a bunch of really awesome products. Green Bar Distillery, and they're in California. Jamie and I were there last year in August, hung out with the owners for a little while, got a great tour. We've been using their product for years, by the way. And so that's how we got the idea. We just expanded it into every single bottle of organic spirits we buy. So that's how we plant 550 trees a year. So that's how that equation works out typically. Let's see, grocery list. People keep asking us for things, and we keep bringing things in, and we bring a lot of things in. So I'm just going to read down a list of everything that we sort of have in the house right now for grocery items. And again, our grocery list is growing every day. Certain things we're out of, and we apologize if we are out of them. So because they go so quick, and because we just don't have enough room to stock everything. So all of our seafood is sustainable. It all comes with very high ratings from Monterey Bay Aquarium, Friends of the Sea, MSC, Marine Stewardship Council, all those advocacy groups out there. All of our seafood comes with high ratings. We do not serve seafood that is on the avoid list. Okay, that's been our guarantee since we've opened here. None of our seafood is on the avoid list whatsoever. We do a lot of research. So we have wild salmon, wild halibut, wild sablefish, wild American caught and processed calamari, and all the fish I mentioned previously is American caught and American processed. That's a big downfall if you walk into a box store, or even if you buy from a distributor, or even if you go to like Restaurant Depot and buy. You'll find stuff that's Alaskan sole that's caught in Alaska and shipped to China to be processed. Calamari is caught here in Rhode Island and shipped to China to be packed and processed. It's a lot cheaper to ship things off and get them packaged in China. It costs 20 cents round trip from here on the East Coast, 20 cents round trip to make the journey, pack, process, pack, and ship back, 20 cents a pound, that's it. So of course all these American companies are jumping on board with that to save money at the sacrifice of American jobs. We don't believe that's a sustainable equation, and we've never partaken in that type of seafood or that type of food. So all of our seafood is caught, if it's caught here in America, it is packed here in America. Of course, we have some stuff that comes from Ecuador, like our mahi, so that's from there. Shrimp, albacore tuna, same albacore tuna that we use for our menu, scallops, Maine lobster tails, hard shells only. There's two types of lobsters out there. The cheaper, inferior lobster that people typically avoid or chefs avoid are the soft shell lobsters. I actually happen to like the soft shell lobsters, but the hard shell lobsters are deemed the superior lobster. Once they molt the lobster, shed their shell in the summertime, they have a soft shell, so it's a soft shell lobster or a new shell lobster. And those lobsters can be sometimes significantly cheaper. Our lobster tails are always hard shell lobster tails. Mahi, that's all on the fish side. On the chicken side, we have stuff that is raised, chickens that's raised, never, ever given hormones or antibiotics. We use a couple different farms for these. It's just supply and demand right now. Chicken thighs and chicken breast. Everything, by the way, typically comes in portions except for our scallops and our calamari are in block frozen. So, but everything else comes in portions. All the seafood comes in 6-ounce, 8-ounce portions. You buy by the piece. We recommend you buy 6 or 12 pieces at a time. Ribeye steaks, or chickens come like 6 breasts or 6 thighs to a package. I just packaged 80 pounds of chicken last night, fresh chicken that just came in. We have ribeye steaks, strip steaks, porterhouse, cowboy, and strip loin end roast. The strip loin end roast is great. It's a strip steak. It's just the end piece where the muscle starts to change, and you roast that. Or you can slice it and grill it, put it in fajitas, put it in stir fries. It's a fraction of a price. It's literally half the price or so of the other stuff, of the strip steaks, and it's the same, almost the same cut, really. Charcuterie, we have prosciutto from Oli from Washington. It is a hormone-free, antibiotic-free, pasture-raised pork, the real deal. Sopressata from Charcuterie, a local farm here in the Hudson Valley. Fruits and veggies, organic pears, organic strawberries, organic blueberries, local apples, lemons, limes, and avocados. We were supposed to get Hepworth tomatoes in today, and we got shorted on Hepworth Farm tomatoes. Else that would have been on the list. We do have cherry tomatoes from Del Cabo, in cherry grape tomatoes are really, really good. So those are the fruits that we have. Greens, red Russian kale, romaine hearts, and baby spinach. All of those are organic. Every single one of those are organic. Vegetables, local organic rainbow carrots from Norwich Meadow Farms. Potatoes, Yukon potatoes, organic garnet yams, organic butternut squash, that is local from Sam Scott Orchards. I have a couple of those left. Mushrooms from Bulick Farms. I got 40 pounds of Bulick Farms baby bellas in yesterday. They're not certified organic, but they practice organic, and they've been doing that for years. Tomatoes, organic cherry tomatoes. Romanesco cauliflower, that purple, funny-looking cauliflower, we have that. That's sold by the head. One of our biggest items, our most popular items, is chopped garlic in oil. We take American garlic, we chop it, and we put it in sunflower oil, local sunflower oil, and it comes in a cup. It's $3. It's a bargain. When you go to the store to buy chopped garlic, take a look and see what a lot of that stuff is. A lot of it is reconstituted garlic. It's dried garlic, reconstituted, thrown in cheap soybean oil. Sometimes, most times, it's Chinese garlic. Chinese has flooded the market. I took pictures the other day because I was in Restaurant Depot last time. I was in there. Literally, the Chinese garlic is half the price of the American garlic. Half the price. It is bleached, deodorized. It's old garlic. It's not the garlic. It's loaded with chemicals. It's not the garlic you want to consume. And at half the price, I can guarantee you that 90% of restaurants are using the cheaper Chinese garlic. When you walk in the Restaurant Depot and you have I took pictures of this. Maybe I'll post these pictures. The Chinese garlic is floor stacked, means there's a pallet on the floor and there's cases of it that go up 6 feet tall. And it's literally $15 a bag. The American garlic is in the far corner, and they only stock about 8 bags at a time of the American garlic because it's twice the price. The Christopher Ranch is twice the price, it's $30. So when people walk in the Restaurant Depot, the chefs, the restaurant owners, they're going right for the $15 one, not the $30 one. I can guarantee you that almost every single restaurant out there, not everyone, but 9 out of 10 restaurants are using cheap Chinese garlic. It's the economics of the restaurant business, folks. Tilapia at Restaurant Depot last week was $2 a pound. $2 a pound tilapia from the Mekong Delta. And I think there was stuff from there from China as well. They had 2 or 3 different brands of tilapia. $2 a pound. That means a 5 to 7 ounce portion, which is what the average tilapia weighs, is going on the plate at a restaurant for like 80 cents. Okay, it is super cheap food. It is loaded with things you do not want to eat. There's a reason why it's cheap. All right, there's a reason why it's cheap. So Chinese garlic, Chinese tilapia, Mekong Delta. If you want to get shocked and never eat Asian seafood again, you will watch any documentary on the Mekong Delta and see that waterway and how filthy it is and how much fish is raised there. Everything from crabs to tilapia to basa to all kinds of fish is raised in that river, or I think it might be the largest river system in the world, the Mekong Delta. And it is filthy. People live above it. They have no proper sewage. Just goes right into the river there, and the river's disgusting. And then on the sides and the banks, they have where they have ponds where they raise more fish. They're pulling water from the river there. So it's a pretty. You'll never eat Asian seafood again if you watch any documentary on the Mekong Delta, any Asian farm seafood. Onions, we have local onions. We had a Farm Hub already show up this morning. Farms to Table already showed up with our big delivery. We got more beans in. We got more onions in. Hepworth Spanish onions, Dagley Farms red onions. I got a bunch more local eggs. Spofellini, the pasta company, which is an amazing pasta, by the way. We're actually selling this more than we're selling the Checo. We have the Checo, but this is the pasta that we use in-house. So typically if you order a pasta dish here, you're getting Spofellini. This is 2 or 3 times the price of the Checo. This is local New York grains and certified organic. They're in Coxsackie, so they're here in New York. It's a local company, Spofellini. We have their Cavatelli in stock now, and we have their Rigatoni in stock. People are buying bags of these. These come in 5-pound bags. When you break down the price of pasta, it's really not that expensive. It might look expensive per pound, but once you cook it and get soaked with water, it's actually an inexpensive product. So because pasta is typically inexpensive, we try to use one with a better, as best as we can pasta. So Not cheap, but amazing pasta. Spofellini from Kasaki here in New York. Organic green squash we have, and avocados from California. California, if you eat avocados, is the avocado that you want to choose from. So we have the pastas. We have Jovial, gluten-free. If anybody's gluten-free, we have the Jovial organic brown rice pasta from Italy. I find that to be the best gluten-free pasta as far as cooking consistency. We have carnaroli rice for risotto, if anyone wants to make risotto. We have kelp noodles. And we have our brown rice blend. Our brown rice blend are 4 different organic brown rices that go into the blend. We have that. Bread alone bread, the baguettes, the miche, and we have the organic brown rice crisps, brown rice crackers from Edward & Sons. Let's see if I have any here. If you want, these are the crackers that get served on our hummus. All right, so these only have 2 ingredients. Rice, that's it. If you look at the kami ones in the store, there's soybean oil, there's white rice, there's several different ingredients, and they call it a natural product. This, folks, is the true natural product. It's certified organic, certified GMO free, and 2 ingredients. Rice, that's it. Organic brown rice flour and organic white rice flour. That's it. 2 ingredients, rice flour. Let's see. Beans, we just got I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 150 pounds of beans just walked in the door from the Farm Hub, all from the Genesee Valley, all from upstate New York. Pinto beans, kidney beans, black beans. We still have spelt flour left. I was shorted on more spelt flour today. A lot of people are baking at home right now. A ton of people are baking at home right now because you're home and you're like, oh, let's try that recipe. Let's do that. Let's bake bread. So a lot of these flour companies are running out of flour, and yeast, I hear yeast is almost impossible to get in the store. We brought in yeast yesterday. They're 1-pound bags, they're $7. We brought in dry yeast. So if you need yeast, it's on our list now. By the way, this full list that I'm reading is on our website. If you go to aromatimebistro.com and you click the grocery link, this will take you to that and there. Make sure when you're ordering from us that you're trying to get the current, most updated list. This list changes every day, and our pizzas on Wednesday night change. Things change along the week. Last week we had people calling that were reading emails that were 3 weeks old. Some of the pizzas have changed. So just make sure you're always on. We always post everything on Facebook that day. An email goes out that day, and our website typically has everything up to date. We try to keep everything up to date as much as we can. But Jamie and I literally work from 6 in the morning till 10 at night, and 7 days a week. And the phones just ring nonstop here all day long after 12 noon. I'm going to go for my run now. Then I have to go to Jersey. I have to pick up some things. Jamie and I are non-stop. So make sure when you call us that you know exactly what you want. We're happy to answer questions. We're happy to help you. But some people call and they don't have a list in front of them. They're asking us what we have. Look at the list. The lists are all there. So we have organic spelt flour in. We even have organic black beans in, local black beans. We have organic lentils. Lentils are not local, but they are organic. And we ran out of lentils last week. Lentils are nice because you don't have to soak them. There's no soaking lentils. The other beans you have to soak. I did a whole video on how to soak beans. You add a little apple cider vinegar to it. It helps with breaking it down, digestion. You never cook the beans in the water you soak them in. You strain it off. You wash them. You cook them with a little salt. If you add salt, you won't have color retention, but you add flavor and you'll hold the firmness of the bean. So there's some trade-offs with adding salt and not adding salt. I like to add salt. I like to put the flavor in. I also add a piece of kombu seaweed. It adds a lot of minerals and nutrition to it. Same thing if you're cooking rice. Throw a piece of kombu in it, kombu seaweed. If you can get kombu, go online and buy kombu. It's the largest, it's a large sea vegetable, right? They come in big leaves. Tear off a piece of that, drop it in your beans, drop it in your rice, and you cook it. It adds a lot of nutrition. It adds minerals. Eggs. We have our own eggs from our own heritage flock. They're a bargain. They're $4 a dozen or $4.50 a dozen. They're a bargain. If you were to buy heritage eggs like that anywhere else, if we bought them wholesale, they'd cost us $7 a dozen wholesale. We're literally selling them for $4 or $4.50. They're our own chickens. They eat our vegetable scraps. They're my daughter's chickens. And so they're a bargain at that. We do, because we can't keep up enough with her eggs, we do bring in other Hudson Valley cage-free eggs. Just because a farm is local, folks, you can't assume they're doing the right thing. So if you live in Newark, New Jersey, Budweiser's local, all right? So just don't get the word local confused with high quality, sustainable, organic. There's a lot of farms here in the Hudson Valley that do eggs, that do chickens, that do whatever, and these are not free range. They're not cage free. They're cramped in the cages. It's just, so you have to be careful of that word local. Don't let the word local confuse you with that farm doing the right thing, because anybody can do the wrong thing anywhere, okay? So cage-free eggs versus chickens that are stuffed into cages and, and forced to lay, lights on, all that kind of stuff. So there's a difference, okay? So we're buying cage-free eggs, not only local, but cage-free eggs as a substitute. Those are only $5 a dozen, and I hear eggs in the stores are going through the roof. They're only $5 a dozen. They're cage-free eggs. You can see the name of the farm on the box. So I just got 45 dozen in this morning. 45 dozen in this morning. I'll probably have to buy more on Saturday because we'll probably need more. We run out. Cheese. Chase Home Farms Camembert is out for 2 weeks. So if you were eating their Camembert, it's out for 2 weeks. We have a replacement. We have the Old Chatham Kinderhook Creek. Little buttons, little wheels, really nice, soft ripened cheese. The Moonlight is here. We might have a couple small logs, but then we have big logs of Moonlight. We'll help you to sell you a big log or cut it in half and weigh it out for you. Great Hills Raw Blue Cheese, amazing stuff. The quintessential award-winning blue cheese here on the East Coast. They're from Massachusetts. They're semi-local from Massachusetts. Amazing stuff. It's $22 a pound. All you need is a pound of this, half a pound, and it is to die for. McGrath Rascal. Nice and salty, great cheese. 5-spoke forager, 5-spoke Harvest Moon. If you like mimolette, that orange wheel of cheese, mimolette, the French style, that is named after or made after the mimolette. When mimolette was banned, they were like, we need mimolette, so they made this style cheese. So we have the Harvest Moon. We also have Manchego. We have a 4-month Manchego. We have a little bit of that. We have Parmesan Reggiano, the real deal Reggiano from Italy, at $12.99 a pound. It's the same stuff you'd buy in Arthur Avenue for $25 a pound. It's the same stuff that you'd buy in the grocery store for a lot more. Reggiano comes from a very strict region in Italy, very strict standards. I've been there. I've seen what they do on the small farm. I've seen what they do in the consolidation warehouses. I've seen the whole process. It's a great process. If you like Reggiano, if you like Parmesan, that is the only Parmesan. It's the real Parmesan. A lot of other companies make quote-unquote Parmesan. It's not Parmesan. Parmesan Reggiano comes from the Bologna area of Italy, from Emilia-Romagna. $12.99 a pound. They're about a pound and a half, 2-pound bricks. Cabot White Cheddar. We have a lot of Cabot White Cheddar in, semi-local. Cabot Butter. Ronnie Brook non-fat yogurt. I'm actually out of Ronnie Brook. We have now Cabot yogurt. It's $1 less. There is some Cabot yogurt in. We ran out of Ronnie Brook this week. The vegan mozzarella from Mayoko. The vegan mozzarella, the smoked one and the non-smoked one, we have those. They're 8-ounce packages. They're really nice. We have some Soy Delicious left, some cashew, milk-based salted caramel. Other essentials: crushed tomatoes, coconut aminos, almond milk, white truffle oil, mixed olives, our organic bean dip, white beans, local organic white beans, olive oil, rosemary, thyme, and high-quality salt. Yeast, bean dip, the fig jam, hazelnut chocolate spread. Like if you like Nutella, Nutella's loaded with sugar and loaded with dairy. We have a version that's certified organic, 40% less sugar, dark chocolate. It is amazing stuff, amazing stuff. We have 2 types of olive oil. We have an early harvest from Sicily, pungent, sharp, ripe, awesome stuff. Strong oil. Then we have a more milder oil from Chile, from South America, that is certified organic, both extra virgins. We have Vincoto. Which is a type of vinegar, grape juice based vinegar. No acid in there, like no vinegar base. They ferment out grape juice. That's really good. White truffle oil. Apple cider vinegar from Dwight Orchards in Vermont is out right now. Hopefully we'll have it back in next week. I'm hoping. So we'll see what happens with that. Orange juice, a fresh batch of Natalie's organic orange juice came in. We have their grapefruit juice, young Thai coconuts, beet juice, organic pomegranate juice, and frozen wheatgrass shots. Folks, this is all on our grocery list. Everything I'm reading down is off of our grocery list on our website. RomanTimeBistro.com. Click the grocery list. It's updated every day. Sweeteners, we should be having Catskill Sugar coming back in today, hopefully. Catskill Sugar House. Honey coming back in today. Maple syrup we're out of. That should come back in today as well. We have agave here, and we have coconut sugar, which I sold the last 2 pounds last night. There will be more coconut sugar coming in today. They shipped it out already. I've told the story about coconut sugar, palm sugar, before, about how we've been on board with that for a long time. So good morning to everybody who's tuning in, by the way. I see a couple other restaurant owners on here. I see Carlos, a buddy of mine who was our roommates when we worked at the Greenbrier. Carlos is a chef. Dave owns a restaurant up in Greece near Rochester. Hi, Judy. Hi, Casey. Hi, Denny. Denny Klein. What's happening, Denny? Hope all is well. So everybody who's tuning in, thank you very much. We appreciate it. So Anna's on, Aileen's on, of course Jamie's on. So that's our whole list right there of everything we have available. Folks, we have free gloves here as a community service. I don't have any masks, I do have gloves. I have free gloves. Come in, grab a handful of gloves. If you want more gloves, you can buy a box. But for the gloves are free. Ionized water is free. Ionized water is electron-rich, high antioxidant, micro-clustered water. Absorbs into your body better, gives you a good electron charge. It is the best water you can drink. I did a great hour and 20-minute interview with Bob McCauley, the author of Ionized Water, The Miraculous Properties of Ionized Water. He's the author of that book, the foremost authority on ionized water. It's on our Facebook here, and it's also on our YouTube channel. It's an hour and 20 minutes. There's also things, if you're bored at home, watch that. There's things there he talks about, like angstrom silver, better than colloidal silver. He talks about all kinds of things to boost your immune system. Bob McCauley is a naturopathic doctor. He reversed, what did he reverse? He reversed meningitis with using angstrom silver. He talks about it in there. He's writing a book on it. He's writing a book on his experience with meningitis, and the meningitis mortality rate is like 20%, and he was able to take his health into his own hands and do some things. He talks about it there and what he had done, and it was confirmed that he had meningitis, and didn't have it through his protocol. So colloidal silver, not colloidal silver, but angstrom silver. It's a much smaller particle silver that can go into your cells much better. So colloidal silver has been a long time homeopathic medicine therapy for flus and sicknesses and things like that, for bacterial, for all kinds of stuff. I don't know the exact details, but it's been used for many, many years, colloidal silver. Now there's angstrom silver, the next molecule down in size, the next size down. So folks, everything I read is on our website. I have to send out a couple emails. I have to get in a car and drive to Jersey, pick up some things. And so that's our list. Today's special is burgers. $9.99 burger night. We will be packed again tonight. Thank you for everybody last night for pizzas. We will be packed again tonight. $9.99 burger night. We do have a venison burger. That's $12.99. Venison costs more. It's about twice the price of our ground beef, so I had to raise it a couple bucks. If you can, hopefully you can understand that. But all of our other burgers are $9.99 tonight. All from a local farm, all from Wheatley Farms. For the last 5 years, consistently, every burger that we've served here has been from Wheatley Farms. We contracted out Wheatley Farms to do all of our ground beef, so our meatloaf is from them, and our burgers are from them, except for the venison, of course, all the beef burgers. Wheatley Farms, farm up in Dutchess County. We first approached them about 5 years ago, and they didn't have enough ground beef for us for year round, and that's part of the problem with buying from a local farm. If you have something on your menu consistently, you want to keep it consistent. Sometimes local farms can't produce enough. So you have to weigh out your options sometimes. Okay, if I want to provide the same product to my guests day in and day out for the course of the year, I need to be able to pick a local farm that has enough. And they didn't have enough at first. And when we sat down with Travis, he was like, well, if you're going to, I told him I use 2,500 pounds of ground beef a year. And he's like, well, if you're going to use that, I'll raise more cattle. So I have no problem keeping up that supply. As long as I know you're going to take that, Marcus, I have no problem raising more cattle, a few more cattle to get us to that number. And he went from 15 cattle to 25 cattle, something like that, processing a year. And I said, no problem. You can count me in. I love the beef. I went there. I visited them twice. I saw how the beef are raised on pastures. I saw the whole operation. I was like, yes, this is the beef we want. And we've actually won best burger for that burger. And Hudson Valley Magazine just wrote an article on our burger again, our award-winning burger. So when you can find a situation like that, it's ideal, and that's what we have with Wheatley Farms. But some farms don't have the capability of saying, okay, well, I can just throw 25 more cattle out there, especially if you're using ribeyes or strip steaks. because there's not much ribeyes and strip steaks and filet mignons per cattle. So realistically, that farm would have to grow another 100 cattle to supply that restaurant, to, whatever, 200 cattle. And that's not realistically feasible for a lot of operations to do that. So chefs need to be creative, serve other cuts, and be able to, commit. Once, like Travis said, if you can commit, Marcus, we'll do that. And I said, I can commit you. You can count on me. And every single week, we buy 40 pounds at least from them. Some weeks we take off because some weeks might be a little slow, but every week, 40 pounds, some weeks are more, 80 pounds. But on an average, it's 40 pounds throughout the course of the year is what we buy from them. And that's just a consistent average. So it comes into just a little under 2,500 pounds. So that's the thing that chefs have to understand too, is when, like, you have to be able flexible, have your menu flexible, so you can add things in and things out, and then all of a sudden have a certain amount of consistency too. So every time you come in, you don't get a different burger and be like, oh, that's a different burger than last time. Why is that so different? So that's the story with that. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. I got to get going. I got to do a few things and go out for my morning run. And we will talk to you later. Jamie's Happy Hour is going to be at 4 o'clock, 4-ish today. It's burger night. Get your orders in early. If you want a grocery order, the best thing to do is email us a grocery order. You can call it in, but you can email it in, and Jamie will confirm with you. And the earlier you can get your grocery orders in, the better off. You're welcome to come in and pick your food up inside, so we'll do curbside pickup. If a lot of people that come in are like, oh yeah, you have that, let me take that. I didn't realize you had avocados, or when you're staring in front of you, or lemons and limes. Oh yeah, I can use 3 lemons, I can use 3 limes, or whatever the situation is. So you're welcome to come in. We only schedule so many pickups per half an hour, so it's not like the place is packed. So we schedule in pickups for food and for groceries. It's not like everybody's walking in the door at one time. So in this whole building, the most we'll have out here sometimes is 4 people, and everybody separates themselves, and wear your mask. We recommend you wear your mask if you're coming in, and we also recommend that you get out and get some sunshine, get some fresh air, drink lots of water, take your vitamins, come get some free water from us, come get some free gloves from us, and eat healthy food, avoid the white sugar, avoid the white flour, avoid the fried foods. Now is the time you have to honor your immune system and let your immune system take charge of your health. Our immune systems are very strong, very complex, and they're there for a reason. But when we bombard them constantly, they're overworked, and when they're overworked, they can't work on everything. So immune system is super important. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you later.